channel. My name is Rosie. I am a disabled mom and most of my videos will center around that in some capacity. Some videos will be more serious and some videos will be a little more lighthearted, like tonight's video. Tonight I'm going to be going through my favorite things that have kind of gotten me through the past 3 or 4 months. Some of these things will pertain directly to my chronic illnesses and some of them won't. Some of them will just pertain to my interests and being a human. So first of all, I'm going to talk to you about my bed. Now this is not my bed. Right now I'm staying at our in-laws here in the UK. We have just relocated from the US so I can get better medical attention. And this bed is kind of challenging for my body. For the most part, I have to have a very firm memory foam type surface, and this is kind of an old school spring bed, and so it has been challenging, but something that has just really come to the rescue is this amazing convertible Wedge pillow. I got this off Amazon. I'm going to link the specific company in the description. It can go into several different ways. This is just kind of like the lounging way. I would put this against my headboard, and this is just kind of like my everyday, you know, just sitting here hanging. So much better on my hips, my neck, my shoulders, all of it makes the bed so much more comfortable. But the best part is you can also do kind of like a relaxing recline here if you're, you know, watching some TV. Put a pillow underneath for a little extra support. But then when you're ready to go to sleep at night, there's this Velcro here and here, and you flip it. And then this is perfect for people that have issues sleeping at night and need to be a little lifted. I have several reasons why I need a slight elevation when I sleep. POTS, GERD, a few other things having to do with my shoulders and my spine and my neck. So this is just perfect to sleep on. One of my favorite things is this pillow. I love it so much. You can also use it for your knees. My eventual goal is to get 2 of these so I can have one for my legs and one for my back. Now, when I am relaxing on my Wedge pillow, one of my favorite things to do is to steal my son's Switch and download the game Animal Crossing, which I haven't gotten very far in, but it's such a great game. I feel like if you have a chronic illness with brain fog, with fatigue, with the fact that you're bedbound so much and you get bored of Netflix and all the things that you've seen a million times, this has been just a real lifesaver. And it's also great when I have insomnia at night. It's something I can do that helps the time go by, especially when I'm in my in-laws' house where I don't feel as comfortable, like having a nighttime routine, and I can just turn the volume down, do this. I don't wake up my partner. Oh, it's time for my medication. This has been a freaking lifesaver right here. Getting this Apple Watch, the original intention was to keep track of my heart rate, to be able to take EKGs on the go and keep track of my O2 stats. Also, the security of knowing that if I have a fall, it will notify my partner on his phone that I've had a fall. Things like that are the reason I originally got the Apple Watch. But the thing that I've ended up using the most is a medication reminder app. And it reminds me on my phone. It keeps reminding me until I've checked that I have taken my medication. When you have brain fog and memory loss, this is so crucial because there's so many times I've missed my medication and had a terrible flare because of it. So this has been really amazing. Siri just wanted to get in on the action apparently and turned on just now. So when it's time to take a lot of my medications, I have to take food with certain ones. And this is problematic because of the fact that I deal with chronic nausea, and I also deal with sensory issues with food. So I already had a really hard time before the nausea eating most foods. It's very texture and smell based. When I find a recipe that is simple enough for me to make on my bad days and is something that I can eat even when I'm nauseated and has all the right texture components that I can really rely on being consistent, I really cling to a recipe that has all those components, and I have found one that has just been the best recipe I've come up with so far. Something I just made up in my head, but I get really nice type of bread. In the States, I would have gotten sourdough. Something I've noticed being in the UK is I don't quite have the same sensitivity to most breads as I did in the US. In the US, it was strictly sourdough for me, but here I've noticed I'm pretty much fine with most breads. So I get like a nice artisan bread, and of course you can substitute with a gluten-free one of your choice. I toast it, and while it's toasting, I take some arugula, or here in the UK they call arugula rocket, and I take just like a good handful of it that would be able to cover the toast once it's done. Put it in a bowl, throw some oil of your choice, olive, avocado oil. My favorite is grapeseed oil. I like the flavor of it the best and the consistency. Salt, pepper, and a wedge of lemon squeezed. Toss that, and then there's a couple variations of what you can do next. I kind of change it up depending on how sensitive my stomach is that day. If I'm having a pretty good day, I'll probably put some kind of cheese on the toast and then top it with the arugula, and it's done. And it is so delicious. It is legitimately my favorite thing right now, and it's so easy for me to make, and it has all the things I need to have energy and get through my day. And arugula, I've looked up, it's just like so good. So I feel really good about making that decision. And when I'm so tired and I can't think, a lot of times I make really bad decisions because the bad decisions are generally the easiest ones, and then my stomach reacts, blah blah blah. So now I found something that's super easy, takes me less than 5 minutes to make, and it doesn't hurt me in any way, and that is just really incredible. Another thing that I want to show you while we're in here at the bed is my new favorite tarot deck. This is called The Witch's Wisdom. Unfortunately, when we left the US to come to the UK, I had to part with my tarot deck, and so this was the replacement I got. It is just the most beautiful artwork, the most beautiful writing. I just love it so much. So I'm going to do a quick tarot pull here right now, make it a little special, and I'm also going to light one of my other new favorite things is these new moon candles, and they are a local person here in the UK makes them on Etsy, and I'm in love. So before we start our tarot read, I'm going to light the Into the Forest New Moon candle with the wood wick. I love a wood wick. Christening this one. This is such a yummy smell. And I'm going to shuffle cards. Put this over here. There we go. Something I like to do when I don't have anything specific to ask the deck is there any message you want me to hear today? So that's what I'm asking it right now. Maybe a message for someone that will be listening to this in the future. Okay, so I have the Six of Fire. Beautiful artwork. And now I have my Witch's Wisdom guidebook. The Six of Fire, light on water. Dragonflies pivot and hover, darting faster than the eye can perceive. Everything is in motion. The sun above, reflected in the rippling currents below, the light dancing on water. Harmony is made visible. Sunlight shines through prisms of air and water, and hidden colors appear. A ray of light opens into the rainbows of nature's magical perfection. Is the sunbeam one or many, particle or wave? The answer is yes. Stay and watch the dancing light, transcending all duality, immortalized in its essential peace, purity, and clarity. The essence of this card is lightness of being, illumination, clarity. Be present in this moment. The counsel is, there's a luminous quality of being that shines from everything, including you. It can be hard to find when the pressures of daily life weigh upon you, but nature is constantly offering you a mirror in which to see the light that shines in you. Every part of creation is a revelation of divinity. Just look. And then my favorite part about the guidebook is there's a little magic spell you can do at the end of every card. Hang a prism in your window, then wait and watch. You may not see a beam of light enter the faceted crystal, but you may see a rainbow exit. Watch it bounce upon your walls, ceiling, and floors. Hold your hands up and let it play upon your skin. Be present, play with the light and the rainbows. And when the day is overcast, remember the dancing, radiant beauty. Here we are in the bathroom, and you're gonna hang out with me while I get ready for bed and go through my favorite products in here. First things first, I have another new moon candle in here. It's summer solstice. I'm gonna light that as I get ready. I really love having candles around. It's like therapy to me. I feel a lot more peaceful with the candle lit. So I'm gonna start with that. And first I'm going to talk about the shampoo and conditioner company, Function of Beauty. You may have seen it possibly on your Instagram feed or on an influencer's account. Basically, it is a customized shampoo and conditioner and some other various products that they make. And you kind of fill out like a quiz and what your hair goals are, and they custom make a shampoo and conditioner for you. You pick out your color and your scent, and then they send it to you. And I have a lot of issues with my scalp because I have psoriasis on my scalp, and most shampoos, even ones specifically made for psoriasis, do not do much for my scalp. I found a couple that will help my scalp, but then my hair looks terrible, or it'll be nice for my hair and it'll be horrible for my scalp. And I've never really found something that works both for making my hair look nice and making my scalp relieved of the pain and the itch of psoriasis until now. So I was very skeptical doing this because it didn't have any specific box for conditions like eczema or psoriasis, and so I thought, well, if they're not really considering that, it may not really help me because I've bought just normal scalp shampoos and they've done nothing. So I was very, very pleasantly surprised. The first wash, I noticed a huge difference in my scalp and even the quality of my hair, to the point that within 2 washes, I had already ordered my next order in bigger bottles. So I got the shampoo and conditioner, and this time I decided to try out their hair mask. I just tried it out this morning, and oh my God, it's amazing. I am continually blown away. I'm now considering ordering their body wash line because I have a lot of issues with my skin too, where I don't even use body wash anymore because I have such a bad reaction to it that I just mostly use water. So I am just like over the moon that this company is so good, and I feel like I'm also using less product than I used with the shampoos and conditioners that weren't really doing their job. So I feel like even price point wise, some people might have issue. For me personally, I was already spending this amount on my shampoo and conditioner. It's actually a little cheaper for me, but for some people it wouldn't be. And I just want to say to those people that I have used much less product than I normally do. I go through shampoo and conditioner very fast because I also have a lot of hair and it's coarse. So I soak up product, I use a lot, and I'm still going through this a lot slower. So I really love that. I love that you can customize it and make it personal. And it comes with like fun little stickers that you can decorate your bottle with. And I just love that extra bit of personalization to make it really feel like it's made for me. They also come with pumps. I'm going to show you what it looks like on my current bottles. They're not as pretty because they're half used. Hold on. These are the smaller bottles. As you can see, I've used these, but they have the pump already inserted in them. And I love the pump function. It makes it a lot easier for me. The nice part. Now before I take my makeup off, I want to show you two of my favorite makeup items that when I do wear makeup, which is not very often, these are two things that like I'm gonna keep buying probably till the end of time. One is what I use for my foundation. I don't really like a foundation anymore. I mostly try to do nude skin, but right before my period, I have really uneven skin tones. I get breakouts, things like that. So when I do want to cover up, I use this. This is a sample right now, but I'm going to be getting some more. This is just a correcting cream, and it also has an SPF in it of 30, which is really great. And so what I love about it is it doesn't like put a new face over my skin and make me feel fake. All it does is kind of like even out my skin tone, and it still keeps my face there. Like I have like freckles and moles and things that I don't want covered up. It looks weird when they're covered up, quite honestly. And so I really love that look of still looking natural, but having a more even skin tone. And then my other favorite makeup thing right now is this Fenty Beauty color of lipstick. It's Poutsicle, and it's just like freaking gorgeous. It lasts a long time, and as it fades, I did a sloppy job, but I just want to show. It fades in a really, really pretty way. It turns into like a really pretty pink, and I just love that. While we're talking about pretty pinks and makeup, I do want to talk about my hair and the fact that moving to the UK, the same hair dye companies are not available here as they were in the US, so I had to find a new brand of colors. And I did find one. Right now I only have the pink to show you, but I've used several other colors and I've really liked them so far. And it is Bleach London. They have a ton of colors. The only complaint I have is the purple one I've been using. It's a bruised violet, I think is the color. Washes out super, super fast, but it does kind of fade into this gorgeous cotton candy blue color that's kind of coming through now. I also have blue and pink in there at the same time. I kind of like a multi-dimensional color look when I do my hair. So I was really excited because I can get that at the local drugstore called Boots. It's kind of like a Walgreens / Sephora mixed together. And so I can get that there, which is so awesome. So now it's time to take off the makeup and get in my pajamas and get ready for bed. So my favorite skincare company right now that is available both in the US and the UK, don't know about other countries, but it is IT Cosmetics. And I just love this brand. Everything I've used so far, my skin has just loved. So this is the cleanser. It also has like it's called a cleansing serum, and you want to actually like massage it in for 30 seconds and rinse. And then I've been following up with the Confidence in a cream. This is a really thick, nice cream. I have incredibly dry skin due to all my illnesses and really need extra hydration. So not only do I use a really thick cream, but on top of that really thick cream, I also put some grapeseed oil. This is not the bottle it comes in. This is a fun bottle that I put my grapeseed oil in because it comes in this giant bottle like this, and it's really not conducive to my shaky arthritic hands. So I got this pump bottle on sale, and after I let the cream soak in, I then do a layer of grapeseed oil over everything because I need that extra barrier of moisture for my skin. And I often reapply the grapeseed oil throughout the day. And sometimes at night when I'm too tired to wash my face, I'll just do grapeseed oil to take the makeup off, tissue that off, and then do another extra layer of grapeseed oil, and then I'm done for the night. This company also sells a night cream that I'm out of right now, but I love it. Now I'm gonna wash my face, and then we're gonna put on my new favorite bralette, which will be the next thing I talk about, and my new pajamas. And then it's gonna be good night. Last thing I wanna talk about tonight is my new favorite bralettes. This has been something I have been searching for pretty much since I've grown breasts. I have a very wide and sensitive rib cage, but the rest of me measures fairly small as far as bra sizes, and this has been really problematic for me in finding something that doesn't dig into my rib cage. And so I decided to start looking for bralettes, and it seemed to be equally as hard, as anything that fit cup-wise was tiny on my rib cage, and anything that fit on my rib cage was huge cup-wise. So finally I found at Urban Outfitters, these bralettes have the most comfortable band around the rib cage and stretch perfectly even in the smaller size that I need for my breasts. So I'm so excited, and I've now gotten several of these to rotate through, and I think it's all I'm gonna wear from now on because I don't like any other bras on me. So now I'm going to finish by putting on the rest of my super fun new pajamas, and need a little chapstick on my skin. Not my skin, need a little chapstick on my lips. And you know what I forgot to do? Let's put on the grapeseed oil on my skin after my lotions. I'm gonna do that right now. That feels good. I always put the excess on my neck, shoulders, and ends of my hair. Because let's face it, they're fried from bleach. All right, so thanks for joining me this evening and learning about my current favorite things. If this is something you end up liking, it might become a series that I do like 4 times a year, and you can see all the things that I'm enjoying. P.S. None of this was sponsored, and all just did it for fun and for you. So I hope you enjoyed. Bye!